CandigirlChats, and I'm here for another video today. Now this video is my winter 2021 anime first impressions part 1 video. So this is where I'm going to take the animes that just premiered early January and give you my first impressions on the first episode. So if you haven't seen these shows yet and you don't want to know what happens in the first episode, I'd say come back and watch it later, or go hurry and watch the show and then come back and check in. Now I have 6 shows for part 1, and these shows are the shows that are new. They're not the sequel, they're not the season 2, they're just the new shows that we have, and I'm going to tell you where I watched it because not all of them are on the same streaming site. So Skate to Infinity I watched on Funimation, and I would give it a 7 out of 10. I thought it was really good. I thought that, a skating anime, it's always hot, seeing a guy skateboard. So I really liked that aspect. I think the storyline is going to be interesting. It takes place where there's some sort of secret skating race, probably illegal of some sort, where you need like a certain sticker or badge, and that allows you access. And the two, what I would say, main characters of the first episode are Ricky, who is a skateboarder and he works at a skate shop, and he's already like into the skate world. And then there's Langa, who's new and wants to work at the skate shop, needs a job, and has never skateboarded before, but it's hinted that he has snowboard or skied, maybe one of those two. It's like a small hint that maybe he's done one of those. And you see those two pair up because there's a job that has to be done where they need to deliver a custom skateboard, and shit hits the fan, and Langa ends up having to participate in this race because of the mess up that happens, and he begins to really do well, and people are like, what the fuck is happening? Like, because this dude's like, he's known as a beginner, like he doesn't even know how to get on a skateboard. So I really like it. I'm excited to see where it goes. And yeah, the next one is Horimiya, and it is also on Funimation, and I would give it a 9 out of 10. This was so adorable and cute. It's seemingly like a romance type of show, and I like it because, well, we'll see what episode 2 brings, but in episode 1 you kind of get a lot of their feelings kind of expressed and out of the way, and I feel like this show will be more about their blooming relationship instead of that whole cat chase mouse, do you like me, do you not like me kind of way that most romance animes start off. And the main characters are Hori, the girl. She is popular at school and a lot of boys like her, and she usually turns them down, but she has this other side of her that at home she's doing the chores, she's cooking for her little brother, she's picking him up from school, she's helping out her mom a lot, and she doesn't get much time to hang out with her friends. So it's kind of like two sides of the same coin. Similarly with Miyamura, who is the guy in the show, he at school has his glasses, his hair's long and down, and he seems kind of like a quiet bookworm otaku type guy, but out in the real, outside of school, he has piercings and tattoos, and he keeps these things hidden, which is why he has the long hair, and he wears long sleeves even in the summer just to cover up all his tattoos and stuff. So they see each other in their outside of school persona, and they really like that. So it's exploring this sweet romance, and I'm just so excited. I love a good love story. 3 is Scar to the Praeter, I think that's how you pronounce it, and I also watched that on Funimation, and I would give it a 6 out of 10. I think it was good, it has potential. Shows like this, I need to get past episode 3, so when I do my mid-anime check-in, we'll see if it made it there. We'll see. It's about the special zone inside of Tokyo where lots of shit is happening, and this group of, they call them heroes and stuff, they have these special tattoos, and that enables them to have godlike powers. They have to fight against the other group in the town, and it was kind of confusing, but maybe someone else gets it better than I did. But I liked the storyline and I liked the characters, because there's the really strong guy that has the tattoo. He's part of that group and people look up to him. His name is Icky. And there's a guy who lives in the town, is being protected by this group of people, and he looks up to him, and he has a younger brother, and he's kind of living his day-to-day life, and his name is Kai, and they meet each other and kind of destiny unfolds from there. So I really liked the first episode. I'm not really sure how well it'll do, but yeah, 6 out of 10. It was alright. The next one is Dr. Ramune's Mystery Disease Specialist, and that was on Crunchyroll, and I would also give that a 6 out of 10. That one to me was strange because obviously it's about mystery diseases, so you know, stuff that you normally wouldn't come across. In the first episode, there was a little girl and she was crying mayonnaise and no one would believe her, so she goes to the doctor of the specialist doctor, and he, you know, kind of realizes that she's having like a really hard home life, and the way to solve her disease is to solve her home problems, which is a very good storyline. I like it. It's very interesting, very original. I'm just unsure on how interesting the diseases will get. And I like the characters, so the doctor and his assistant. So I think it'll be good. I think it'll be a nice, lighthearted, kind of out of the box, pop on for fun type of show, but we'll see. Next is The Hidden Dungeon Only I Can See, and that was also on Crunchyroll, and I give it a 5 out of 10. This show it's not an isekai because it already presents in the other world, like they're not going to another world, but there's there's a fan service aspect of it, and it's fine. Like, this is like not my cup of tea, but it's fine. So there's a guy and he wanted to be, you know, okay, the show takes place in this kind of fantasy world, and there's a guy who wanted to be a librarian for his town, but it didn't happen. So his female friend, or is it his sister, somebody says like, go take the hero exam, but he knows nothing of the hero exam. And in this world you have certain skills inside of you, so one of his skills, he can know about things, but when he uses his skill he gets this really bad headache. So he's going into so his friend tells him that she read somewhere that if you kiss someone, that it makes your headaches go away. So he kisses his friend and he realizes headaches go away, so now he can use his skill. So he uses his skill inside this dungeon, and he finds, or inside this like a dungeon that he finds, and there's a girl who's tied up, and she's been there for 200 years, and because he found her, she's gonna help him. So they go through this, like, it's very similar to like isekai, where like he's learning how to use what she's teaching him to like learn more skills and learn how to fight, but he has to like hug girls or use his like sexual desire of like hugging people or kissing people to like restore his strength. It's just very interesting. I don't know if I'll continue watching it, but I did think it was interesting, and I think some people really will like it. Just not my cup of tea. And so the last one is So I'm a Spider, So What? Or Now What? So Now I'm a Spider, So What? I think is what it's called. And it was on Crunchyroll, and I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Now this show, so isekais and I have an interesting relationship. I usually will give them all a chance because that type of world is very interesting to me, and as long as it's done well, I will like it. So I think this one has like a tiny bit of a tiny spin of originality, which is a whole classroom of students die. It's seemingly like a natural disaster or like an explosion or something took them all out, and they all get reincarnated into this new world. And you don't find out until closer to the end of the episode what happens to the other students, but the one girl, she gets reincarnated as a spider, and most of the episode is her figuring out how to live as a spider, and you know, how to make webs and how to eat and how to hunt and how to defend herself and all these things. It gives me the time I got reincarnated as a slime vibes, because you know, it's from this other point of view, trying to see like the larger world from such a small like insect or small being's point of view. And yeah, so I think it'll be interesting. The way that it parallels the slime anime, we'll see how it differentiates, but you'll see later in the episode how her classmates got reincarnated into different, you know, noblemen or, you know, fighters or other, you know, creatures and stuff like that. So I think it'll be interesting. I'm definitely excited to see where it goes, and hopefully it goes well. Like, I don't know, things could flop, things could drop, I don't know, but I liked it. So that was my list for part 1. Most of these shows were in my what I'm excited for to watch in 2021. Some weren't, some were. And these shows I will do a mid anime check-in, which is around like episode 6 or 7. I'll talk about where the last 5 or 6 episodes have gone, where we're at now, and I'll re-rate them. So please check these animes out and comment down below if you watched them and what you think about them, or if some that I missed, or a show, or if you think this or that or the third. Just tell me all your thoughts down below, and I'm super excited to hear. And I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Bye.